welcome to Sham Story Time. Today we are going to listen to the next episode of King Vikramaditya stories. The name of today's episode is The Greatest of the Three. In the last episode, we saw how King Vikramaditya was so perseverant. He went on top of the drumstick tree, he picked up the corpse and he started to walk towards the cremation ground. At that time, Vetal told him another story. The story goes like this. So there were three brothers who fought over who was the greatest amongst the three. The first brother said that I am an expert in food. I can find out anything. I am the greatest of the three of us. The second brother said that no, I can find out all about a woman just by looking at her. I am the greatest. I am an expert in women. The third brother said that I am an expert in sleep. I can find out many different things even in my sleep. So I am the greatest out of the three. The three brothers, although they were experts in different fields, or as they claimed, fought over this fact that they were greater than the other two. They then decided that they would go to the king and ask him who would be the greatest of the three. So the king heard their stories and asked them what they were experts in. Each of the brothers told the king about their expertise. The first brother said that he was an expert in food. The second one said that he was an expert in finding out qualities of a woman. And the third one said that he was an expert of sleep. Okay, the king decided that he would test the three of them and finally decide who was the greatest amongst the three. So choicest food was served to all the three of them. In fact, it was the food that was prepared for the king himself. The same thing was served to all the three brothers. While the second and the third brothers ate to their heart's content, the first brother said, I don't want to eat this food. The king asked why. He said, the food smells like a corpse. Corpse means dead body. Upon inquiries, the king found out that actually the rice for today's food had been taken from a particular field which had been a cremation ground many years before. So this one, the first brother, was able to smell the corpse in this rice. He was indeed an expert, thought the king. Later in the day, a woman from the palace was brought and she was made to stand in front of the second brother and asked what he knows about her. The second brother, just by looking at the woman, said, she smells like a goat. A goat? The king made inquiries about this woman. It was found out that this woman, while she was a young girl, had lost her mother and she had lived on goat's milk, not cows, but goat's milk. And this brother, the second brother, was able to smell that in her after she has grown into a big woman. Expert indeed, thought the king. That night, a wonderful cottage was reserved for each of the three brothers. In fact, for the third brother, there were 20 softest beds that were stacked one on top of the other. On top of them, 10 softest bed sheets were pulled over. He was asked to sleep in there. The third brother slept, and the next morning, the king asked if he had a good sleep. The brother complained that he could not sleep because the bed was rather rough at a particular spot. When they investigated, they found out that at the exact spot between the second and the third bed, there was a strand of hair that had made him feel rough. Indeed, an expert in sleep, thought the king. Now the Vetal asked King Vikramaditya, who do you think is the greatest of the three? Now Vikramaditya smiled. He knew the answer, but can he just keep quiet? His head will burst into a million pieces, is it not? But if he opens his mouth, Vetal would fly back to the tree. King Vikramaditya did not have a choice. He opened his mouth and uttered the answer to the riddle. He said this. The third brother is considered the greatest amongst the three. While the first and the second were experts in their own field, but it was only during their wakefulness, when they were awake. But the third one, even in his sleep, he seems to showcase his expertise. So the third brother is the greatest of the three. The next instant, the Vetal disengaged himself from King Vikramaditya and flew back to the same tree where it hung before. King Vikramaditya, being King Vikramaditya, was perseverant. He started to walk back to the tree to fetch the Vetal once again. Did it tell him a story again? Yes, it did. You have to wait for the next episode to learn that story. Did you enjoy today's episode? If you did, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sham Story Time. Every Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning, you get a story of King Vikramaditya right in your mobile phone. Watch, listen, and enjoy. Don't forget to ring the bell. My name is Shamala and I am a passionate storyteller. I will meet you in the next story. Thank you. Bye bye.